if the commercial airlines are laying on more flights and hiring again, then does that imply that we perhaps are close to the peak in terms of ticket prices?
It's very difficult to say. We know there is a very strong demand now in Asia, especially after all the announcements. We've seen a very big increase in demand, particularly to North Asia, Japan, Hong Kong, Korea, etc. So I think the fact that airlines are increasing their capacity is a very good thing. We know that, until now, there was a limited choice for travelers. And that was one of the reasons why prices were quite high. And I think having this broader choice, and it's not just the choice to go to Asia, but it's also the opening of some of those very important flight hubs, transit hubs like, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, that allows people to travel beyond on long haul to Europe or North America. So it's great news. We obviously optimistic about the opening and the increase of capacity, but the demand is still very strong, especially towards the end of the year. So it's going to be something we're going to be watching very carefully. And obviously, we want to make sure that travelers are able to travel and have good prices to travel.
Hi, James. Monica here. I'd like to ask you about Hong Kong. So, we calculated about 8 days in Hong Kong is 12 tests. That's about 1.5 tests per day. So it's a lot to take on. But what are you seeing in terms of interest in going there?
So we saw it's been an interesting stages. As you mentioned earlier on, the uptake hasn't been as high. If we look at the increase in searches after the announcement moving to I think they call it a 0+3, meant that the increase was only, I think, kind of 25% increase after the announcement compared to just before. And that's compared to, for example, Japan, where we saw an increase of 90% or more. I think travelers are a bit cautious. It's taken them time to digest and understand those regulations. And also the other thing we saw is that there was a higher increase in terms of hotel searches, about 40% increase. And I think there's this question about, is there hotel availability coming from before when people had to quarantine? There's no need to quarantine anymore, but there's still a little bit of question marks around going there. But I think that as soon as, as you see some of those restrictions and some of those testing going down, we will see an increase in the interest of travelers. We've seen that in other places when testing went down. So we're optimistic as those restrictions go down.